Welcome everybody to Hobart in Tasmania. It's 7:30 local time, and Australia and New Zealand will get their World Cup qualification campaigns underway here. This Group A clash. The Boomers are in town, the crowd are out, and we're just about to get into player introductions here in Hobart. 4,500 people is the capacity for the facility here. And here is the schedule for this Group A across this competition window. Today, Guam and Philippines will play in around half an hour or so's time. Australia, New Zealand here. Then the fixtures are reversed on the 1st of December. So we've got two editions of one of the longest standing clashes in world basketball. Here are the current world rankings. A tough group for Guam as they face Australia, ranked 6, New Zealand 25, and the Philippines, who are always a very, very tough team in major championship qualification. Well, the head-to-head, although the rivalry is intense, strongly favours Australia, 21-5 in FIBA competitions. Historically, they were the deciding game of the Oceania Championship, and the last time that New Zealand got the win in an official head-to-head was 2009. Both teams full of guys that played in the recent 2025 Asia Cup. Australia winning the gold medal, New Zealand finishing 4th. Change on the coaching front for Australia from then as Dean Vickman steps up. Here's the national anthems of both countries.
Please remain upstanding for the national anthem of Australia.
Players, coaches exchange mementos of the game at the half court. Nothing like national anthems to make you realize the importance of what we're about to just see and witness. Clash between the big powers from this part of the world. And we're going to get a look at the third team on the floor in a moment, but it's as we do right now, Takahi Kato, Zhao Ziyang, and Ryoga Urashima from Japan, China, and Japan, respectively. Well, one of the sights of international sports, the haka, really respectfully observed by the Australian players.
Our referees for today's game are Takaki Kato, Xiao Zhong, Diego Urashima. Our technical delegate is Anthony Galloway.
So Australia will start with Zaya Lafa, Finn Delaney, Taylor Britt, Rahab King, and Yanni Wetzel. Here's the starting lineup for New Zealand. As we've just been through that for you, Yanni Wetzel is an interester here because he really has developed from the player that went to Alba Berlin, did really well in the Euro League, now in Japan. Vastly experience, his presence on the inside is going to be so important if this New Zealand roster is going to get the result here on the road, which would be a huge performance and a big step towards qualification for Qatar. Going to get a look at Australia. Angus Glover, Davo Hickey, as he likes to be known, Jalen Galloway, Nick Kay, and Keanu Pinder will get the start. A lot of experience, a lot of quality. Hickey and Galloway played in the gold medal winning team in the Asia Cup, but it's a roster full of talent. The depth of Australian basketball, the 6th ranked team on the FIBA World Rankings powered by Nike, is obvious for everyone to see. Dean Vickerman steps up from the assistant coach's role he had in the Asia Cup to head coach Australia. Vastly experienced Vickerman, spent a lot of time in New Zealand coaching in the New Zealand League. But currently with Melbourne and has been there since 2017. Always absolutely crucial on the road, especially for Jad Flavel and his New Zealand team. They cannot let this game feed off the emotion of the crowd and the passion of the moment. Got to try and make this a game played at their tempo. Well, the one thing Coach Vickerman is going to be guaranteed is a performance of intensity and physicality. And this team expects to win and plays with that confidence. The Tissot countdown to tip-off, 1 minute before we get underway here in Hobart. Both teams have a real spread of young players mixed with some real veteran leadership. Nick Kay now is 33 years old and has seen a lot of basketball in a Boomer uniform. Jackson Ball still in the lineup, the 17, 18-year-old youngster, now with Illawarra in the Australian League. In the Under-19 World Cup, 28 minutes for New Zealand, did a really great job. Before the game, Australian basketball will recognise Tiana Mangatiahi, who sadly passed away on September the 11th after a long fight against cancer. The Opal played all over the world, starting her college career with Syracuse and ending with the Sydney Flames. The Sydney Flames and the Kings will have a game on the 14th of January as a doubleheader. There's now going to be a moment's reflection
Valentina.
Well, the McGrath Foundation, close to the family's heart and the work that they do. And a beautiful tribute by Basketball Australia. Well, here we go. Back to the business in hand. First game on the road to Qatar for Australia in the traditional green and New Zealand in the white on the road. And Hickey will get Australia into the half court. Corner three is no good. And New Zealand clean up the mess on the boards. As Australian defense in the passing lane, gonna run the high pick and roll. Weaves to the ring, soft touch, doesn't get the two to drop. Great work on the glass. Hickey has an opportunity to push. And Glover will get it back. Nick Kay with the pass on the screen. Well, Hickey just about hangs on. Ball's knocked away. 7 on the possession. Takes the tough one. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and the ball will stay with Australia, but 1.8 seconds. Pinder couldn't really connect with the pass. Defensive rotation by the Tall Blacks. Well, they got the look off the glass, doesn't get the drop. Afro gets it back. Gonna try and isolate in the block. Spin baseline, comes back to the middle. Right hand jump hook is good. And Finn Delaney shows a little bit of footwork and opens the scoring. The Tall Blacks on the road get the first 2. Galloway looks inside. Pindar with the 3, with the feet set, strings it. A little bit too much time and space, knocks down the 3. Delaney will hand it off. Getting that high pick. Britt stops and pops. Smooth little move off the dribble. Oh, that one. Davo Hickey. Hickey goes to the free throw line for the extra. Took the contact. Great control with the body. Kisses it off the glass, gets the 2. Hickey, a 70% free throw shooter with the Hawks. And strokes the extra point. And Australia get up the floor. Afro pulls the trigger for 3. Is short, defensive rebound. And Pinder just handles the ball so well. Australia will take the early 3. String music for Australia early. It's Jalen Galloway's turn. Taylor gets to the elbow. Nice lift. Open 3 is short for Delaney. And there's an intensity already about the Boomers. Down the lane. 4, the layup is good. Galloway, no one stopped the ball. He didn't need a second invitation at all. Early pick and roll in transition. And that early offense for both teams is going to be a real feature of the game. The problem New Zealand have is that you just think that Australia will be able to execute that more consistently. defensive rebound pulled in. And again, the ball doesn't get stopped, so New Zealand will look at and explore what they can get in transition. Leafro skips it. Taylor Britt looks to go to baseline, inside out. Got a whistle on the play. They're going to have to get deep on the shot clock. If they don't have that early option, they're going to have to explore. Yanni Wetzel. Benjamin Eyre checks in, much to the joy of the home crowd. The Tasmanian jack jumper. Nice pass to the inside for two. Super little finish. Yanni Wetzel, as we said right at the top of the game, the 29-year-old currently in Japan. His presence on the inside is going to be absolutely crucial for New Zealand as they rotate. Taylor Britt sits, as does Isaiah Leafra. Eyre will inbound. Got a holding foul on the pass. Great cut, Nick Kay. Nick Kay will go to the free throw line. Still in Japan, 5th season in Japan. .33 years old, stalwart, I think. Much overused phrase sometimes, but in his case, totally deserved. Stalwart of this national team. And he goes 2 for 2. The crowd come out here in Hobart when the Boomers, well, when any Australian team is in town. Can't get the two to go. Pinder comes down with a rebound. They go through the air on transition. All got a bit messed up, but they'll recycle. Oh, great rotation. Pinder didn't, I don't think Pinder realized that the help was coming. Carlin Davison can't hang on to the pass in transition. New Zealand turn it right back over. Both teams will go deep into their roster. Yanni Wetzel will sit. Tyrrell Harrison checks in for him. He's having a nice season with the Brisbane Bullets in the Australian League. Harrison. Benjamin Eyre. Harry'd love to get some points on the board in front of the home crowd. Well, they turn it over. Numbers down the floor. That's travel in transition. I think he took the air. They're going to call the foul. See, there's the foul which caused the travel. Jack White picks up the personal. Finn Delaney sits. Nice start for Delaney. And Josh Bannon. I'm assuming Josh Bannon's coming to the game because the crowd are loving it. The second jack jumper in the game as they jack jump to the hoop. Now White gets the two in transition. (15-8). Australia, you could say, in control at the moment. Eyre will get it into the half court. There, gets it back, gets the high screen, looks to play in some space. Nice kick, the open three for White is no good. Defensive rebound, chance to run. Australia just stifling the defense, just really making it hard for New Zealand. In traffic, and they'll call the foul. Timing was tight, had to be spot on because the space was tight. Flynn Cameron made the pass. Flynn Cameron seems to have been around a long time, the 196 guard with Adelaide at the moment. But obviously one of the most famous names in New Zealand basketball. His dad, Cameron, former coach and player for the national team. Harrison picks up his first and second free throw, goes to 2 personal. Then King getting after it full court for the Tall Blacks. White with nowhere to go, needs a pass, finds one. Bannon, little hesitation, super lean for 2. Real great feel to the tempo. Cameron, nice pass to the inside. Harrison off the glass for 2. And that combination, tick it over again. Three is long. New Zealand just own the glass as a team. Cameron, no one stops him, drops inside again, goes inside out. The 3 is way off. Mojave King just will take a blow. And timeout for Australia. Nice start by the Boomers. They got to the ring a lot. Already have 9 guys in the game. Only Isaiah Liafa is the only starter remaining for New Zealand. Let's take a listen to this Australian timeout.
I want to have a look at a pin flash here. I'll pick flash. All right. You want to catch it on your left. So let's come this way, Davo. All right. Get that pick. It's probably going to be a hard hit. So you may need to really lift. Right now, sorry, go the other way. So this is righty. So we're pick right now. Bannon, you're making this to here. All right, righty, we're trying to get you straight on the rim. Pepper, we got you on this side. So use this pick, Davo. Use this pick. Hit him. All right, we're looking for the dive on the rim. Oh, we're looking for this action over here. You go well one, Pep. Hey, stop. Load up in the middle right now. We're letting this shit come through for our big. Make him pitch and close out.
Well, Coach Vickerman just wanting a little bit more control and some structure. Recognizing they're getting to the ring, wants to maintain that, but defensively he's just a little uncomfortable with the way that since Flynn Cameron has been in the game, that they really have managed to break down the defense and expose the help. And he wants that cut off a little sooner. Hickley's back in the game. Ten guys already have seen floor time for Australia. Inside, outside, the open 3 is good. Crowd love it. Local boy, well, playing with a local team, Josh Bannon. Got a holding foul down low. Bannon picks up the personal. They're just not going to give the space up. Australia in the penalty, 2:37 in the first quarter remaining. New Zealand on the end line. Harrison just rolls out. All the way to the throwdown. Davison took no prisoner at all. That's not exactly what Coach Vickerman talked about in the last time out. Pepper with the nice pass. Stroke from deep. Menenga gets the first points of the game for him. Another turnover, chance to run. New Zealand get a chance to get as close as they've been in a long time. They go upstairs, they overthrow it. Great work on the glass. Harrison comes up, gets the 2. And that's a 8-point margin. Reduces to a 3-point margin on the back of a 5-0 run. Hickley tries to get to the middle, finds the open corner. The 3 is short. Great work on the glass. Reverse layup. And Bannon doing it all in front of his home fans. The 3 is long. Offensive rebound. Harrison has it. Looks to go inside. Ball's knocked away. Whistle on the play. New Zealand will go to the free throw line. Menenga. Nice impact coming off the New Zealand bench. Made the 3, now makes the first of the 3 throws. And he'll sit. That's exactly what you need coming off your bench. 3 minutes, come in, work hard on the glass, get out on the break. Make your shots, take your opportunity. Exactly what he's done. 24-21, Australia have the lead. Dash Daniels will hand it off. Hickley almost turns it over, gets it back, lines up the 3, thinks about it, turns it down. 5 on the clock. Will attack the ring, goes to the left, off the glass. That trademark. Brings it back to the right hand, kisses the window, gets the 2. Could have easily just settled for the 3, wanted to be the aggressor, and goes left and comes back to the right hand and kisses the window. Hickley completes the 3-point play. And Australia up the floor again. It's a little soft, but just takes some time out of the possession. Taylor Britt gets it into the half court, gets it back, lines up the 3, is short. That's all. Great work on the glass. Work early on the glass. There's the missed box out. Didn't work early enough. Jordan Hunter. Wetzel comes back into the game and picks up the positive stat. It's Long with a 3 throw. %70 from the line across the career. Makes the second. Last 30 seconds of what's been a really quick first quarter. wide open on the reversal. Daniels is way off. Chance to run here for New Zealand, but going to take the time, try and make sure to get the last shot of the first quarter. Taylor Britt in the half court, breaks it down, gets all the way to the ring, is blocked, great follow. Everyone's looking at the block. Wetzel goes and gets the rebound, puts the 2 in, and that'll do it for quarter one. And Australia, having led by 8, have been pegged back. And New Zealand have closed it at the end of the first to a 3-point game. Australia have the 27-24 advantage at the end of one. Here's the best plays of that first quarter. And Australia inside and out started really confidently. But both teams, both sets of players know each other so well. Large proportion ply their trade in the Australian League. So no surprises on the floor, and no surprises that it's a 3-point game. Got to say that 27 points in a quarter is far too many for New Zealand to win this game. They played really well for their 22, but if they're going to give up 27 points a quarter, I don't know if they have the offensive firepower to get the win here. So the dilemma is they're going to have to be smart when they run, but if they do not have the good option, be patient enough to spend some time with the basketball. There's the courtside 1891 app, the QR code. Download the app, see live action, live scores, extended highlights, everything you can want from the FIBA International game. That QR code will come up on a number of occasions during the game. Well worth a look. Download it from your normal source. So start of quarter two, 3-point game, and New Zealand will be really pleased that they've just stopped that little Australian momentum. They were building a lead there, 8 up. Ball fake off the glass for 2. And Finn Delaney, deja vu mode, gets the first points in the second quarter as he did in the first. Australia look to go through the air again. Do a great job at releasing the pass. Glover needs one, needs a pass. Turns it over. And New Zealand have come out with some intent at the start of 2. Wetzel goes inside, second move, goes with the left hand, doesn't get it to drop. Tremendous effort on the glass by Carlin Davidson. And New Zealand retain possession with 11 on the clock. That's solid defense. Jordan Hunter just stayed in stance. New Zealand on the end line. Plenty of time. Wetzel, Britt, Delaney, Liafa on the floor. The open 3 for Britt is good. And New Zealand come out 5-0 and take their first, that's only their second lead of the game. They further scored the first 2 points. And lead it 29-27. Super start for the Tall Blacks. Hunter has it knocked away and stripped. And nowhere to go in traffic. They're going to turn it over. Delaney, no space to play. This is when he's got to make the decision. I don't have what I want. Let me spend some time with the basketball. No problem going to the ring, but go to the ring and finish the play. just a little indecisive. Finland, now it's New Zealand who'll get up the floor, show some pressure. Hickley. The three from the corner is good. And Galloway, with that much time, hand was down. The musical accompaniment. Step back three is way short. Again, New Zealand on the glass and get rewarded for the hard work. Zoe Smith-Milner just didn't stop working here. Carries on working, keeps it alive, and gets rewarded for the hard work. 14-second reset. In fact, 13, because obviously the ball hit the ring and took a little while to go out of bounds. Taylor Britt will inbound. Oh, super move on the baseline, can't finish. Defensive rebound. Australia with a chance to run. Hickley assesses, hits the bottom corner. The three is no good. Milner comes down with the defensive rebound. Taylor Britt needs a pass, finds one. Milner in the block, goes inside out. The open three on the ball reversal is short. And again, they go through the air. Hickley gonna have to recycle it now. Gets to the corner, gets it back. Australia do a nice job at keeping the ball moving. Hickley drops it inside. Foul line push from the shoulder is good. And the ball never stuck. That's how to come out of transition. Kay has 4 points, 2 rebounds. Answered. And Taylor Britt, if you give him space. Shoots over 30% from the three-point line for this New Zealand national team. Averages 10.6 and plays with the New Zealand Breakers in the Australian League. So there should be no surprises that Taylor Britt pulls the trigger. Halfway through pretty much the second quarter, 6:55 remaining. Hickley needs a pass, turns it over. Cameron is fouled on the way to the ring. And Finlay Cameron just hunts the passing lane. It's just IQ, it's intensity, all those things that every moment since he was a kid he would have been exposed to. Only 4 turnovers for the Tall Blacks, 6 steals. You do like it when it's that way around. Well, they said that Flynn Cameron was fouled on the floor, so New Zealand will inbound from the sideline. Tough one in the lane is no good. The mess is cleaned up by Bannon. Galloway needs a pass, they lift. Defensive rebound, absolutely owned by Smith-Milner. And New Zealand want to talk it over. They'll take the timeout. They're in a good place right now. Australia lead it 32-31. Let's get into the New Zealand huddle.
Everybody's hugging the shit out of us. Stop that one. Next one. Listen, we're in flash here. We're in flash. Tori, you start this side here. It's me inbounding. You know what? Ball man, inbound the ball this one. Inbound the ball this one to the one. Here we go. Initiate. Back. And I got Mo making this catch. Yeah. Mo. Toy, Wayne, have a look. You might have it at the basket. If that's not on, we're zooming back to Zay. Zay, go. Actually, we'll go back to Flynn. Go back to Flynn. Let him put a roll there. Right? Be aggressive, yo. Be aggressive.
Taylor Britt has the 7 points. Great timeout. Coach Flavel really recognizing, just as he said, they're being hugged. You execute, read the play, you'll get the option you want. Their defensive effort has been exceptional so far, New Zealand. Done a great job. Australia come out of the timeout and get up the floor. And again, they go through the air. Delaney has it. Spacing is good. Second step off the glass. Tough one is good. You just have to love the strength of Cameron on the move. Just took the contact, stayed with the play, and gets the 2. Air will come off the ball screen. Skips it. The open 3. Glover knocks it short. Doesn't get it to drop. And you have a real nice feel about New Zealand at the moment. Cameron shakes, handles it. Great pass. Jump hook for 2. And they've come out of the timeout in great rhythm. Delaney continues to impress. Air needs a pass, moves it on. Galloway. Great work on the glass. It's all about working early. Just look at the effort and the work just off shot. There it is. Super effort by Bannon. Got position early, did all the hard work, draws the contact. Delaney has to sit. Delaney picks up his 2nd foul. Glover gets it out of the corner. Air tries to turn the corner, stops and pops and drops the 2. Air and Bannon getting a lot of love from the crowd. Play their basketball, as we say here, with the jack jumpers. Baseline opens up. Super play on the catch. Just caught it and ripped. Defense has no time to adjust. And Tane Murray draws more contact, gets another positive stat. And New Zealand fans watching this can see a really solid first half performance by the Tall Blacks. Glover picks up his 2nd foul. He'll sit. Great read. That's a read. That is a super read. King just set the defense up and then read it. Slashed through the middle. Will go to the free throw line to make this a 4-point game. Coach Vickerman may need to pull this Australian roster into a timeout. He won't want to feel like he's being forced to do it, but New Zealand have a real momentum about it. Missed the free throw though. Air will advance the basketball. Gets it back, moves it on. Baseline to the little floater is no good. Super work on the glass. That still comes down with a defensive rebound. And Cameron, who just is running the game. Absolutely running the game. Flynn Cameron gets the 2, will go to the free throw line. They just cannot contain him, and then has that super body control. And Australia will take the timeout. 5-point margin. When we come back, Flynn Cameron will be on the free throw line. Let's take a listen to what will be an interesting Australian huddle.
All right, moving
Push it away. Body that and get over it. Sweep 2 right now. All right, sweep 2. So again, sweeping hard off pitch. We got Benny. We're playing out the high punch and going right now. All right. Hey, this one, they're jumping out of this stuff really quick right now. See if we can make a little bit more shallow cut, take that guy out, and make that quick pitch to the corner.
Finn Delaney, 8 points, 4 from 5 from the floor, sitting at the moment with his 2 fouls. Another one of this New Zealand roster that plays in the Australian League. He's at Melbourne for Coach Vickerman. So again, no surprises in this game. No surprise that this guy is putting together a performance, makes the extra. New Zealand have the 6-point lead. Air will advance the basketball through the air, gets it back. And they hit the second side, and it's a lot of movement, but it hasn't broken down that defense. Air's done it now, draws the contact. An 11-2 run in the last 3 minutes. And the stat just underlines what is becoming obvious, that this New Zealand team is looking to get its 6th win in the head-to-head series with Australia. Dukas goes to the inside, great pass, Air, feet set in the corner, can't get it to go. Bannon's all over the boards, super job. Baseline opens up, the 2 can't connect it. And the ball will go to New Zealand. Menenga is feeling the pain a little bit. Not sure if Australia are going to review that. No sign at the moment. Menenga's okay. Cameron is definitely okay. He handles it, gets it into the half court. Explores the ball screen. Gets a reposition, looks to turn the corner, gets in the lane, throws the pass to the inside, inside out. Murray with the shot. Super work on the glass. Menenga just stayed active. Australia are going to need all of Nick Kay's experience right now. Air. They show the hard show. He has to go alone, needs a pass. Bannon, feet set for the 3, can't get it to go. That's a rebound. Air again gets a look, doesn't get it to go. And the mess is cleaned up. King with the tough one, doesn't get it to go, but they had inside position on the boards again, and Menenga will go to the free throw line with an opportunity to make this a double-digit lead. King puts it up, all the work again done early. Menenga just sealed off. .249 remaining in the half. .62% from the floor, and it's 62% from the floor because they're getting shots they want. Australia struggling to contain New Zealand. 6 from 9 from the free throw line. Menenga makes a second. Rotations coming in from the New Zealand bench. Carlin Davidson. Nice rotation, because Davidson is going to get after it. He's already shown he's going to be active around the ring. And with the team foul situation, he could be a real handful. Galloway off the glass, gets the roll for two. Just leans, just creates an angle. Super finish by Jalen Galloway. The three from the corner is no good. Back at the ring time. Australia with an opportunity to eat into the lead. Hickley moves it on. The ball just doesn't stick. It's just so tough to contain. Nice find. The three is good. Galloway strokes the three, showing you all the tools he has. Gets to the ring, then makes the three. Timeout for New Zealand, cut to a 4-point lead. Let's take a listen to the New Zealand huddle.
Let's be more aggressive and more decisive with our attacks, eh? That's defense. Fucking defense. Offense will come. Hey, we got a duck-in play for you right here. So, play the on-ball here. Okay? Go away, Sam, and then come right back. Right back. Get over the top of that. Pop. And then we're looking straight in for this duck-in here. Yeah. Okay? So, if it's not there, no need to force it. We play through Sam and second side. Yeah. Okay? Right. If you can get downhill, get downhill. Hey, Johnny, I don't pitch it to me. He just knows it's
Well, Jalen Galloway has literally pulled Australia back into this one. Looking at a 9-point deficit, he's just dragged them back to a 4-point game, having scored the last 5 points. There's a huge role going forward on this Australian team, the 23-year-old. Meanwhile, Flynn Cameron gets New Zealand into the half court. Great block. Mega just couldn't get an angle. Great pass on the back cut. Inside, outside, wide open for the corner is good. And the timeout hasn't stopped the bleeding right now. Raiafa gets it into the half court, wants it back. What tough move. Cameron took on 3 defenders, took the contact. We'll be disappointed he didn't make the shot. We'll go to the free throw line for 2. Just gets through traffic. And Davo Hickley is, like every other Australian in the game so far, struggling to contain Flynn Cameron. Crucial free throws because it'll stop the bleeding, just settle things down a little for New Zealand. Cameron makes the first. Shoots over 80% from the free throw line. And doesn't get fazed by the normal commentator curse as he steps off, having just put a second quarter performance in the book. Hickley will inbound against New Zealand pressure, gets it back. Hickley. Oh, just handles, steps back, looks to knock the 3 down, is short. Pleased the crowd, but didn't make the shot. It was sent for 2. Goes out of bounds. Colin Davidson did the work on the glass before the turnover. And New Zealand re-established a 5-point lead. Air gets his now customary cheer from the home crowd. 7 Australian turnovers. New Zealand have just done a super job. 4 turnovers, taking great care of the basketball. Britt will get the ball screen, looks to explore, draws traffic. Menenga gets to the foul line. Britt with the 3 is short. That is just a tremendous effort. One of those old adages. The Afro just carried on working. Never let it go out of bounds. Take responsibility for it. Just a super effort. Hard work always rewarded. Afro steps back, kicks it. Davison again. Second move, needs a pass. Turns it over, just went down a little black hole. Upstairs, and they blow it, and they blow the putback too. And now they've got number problems down the other end of the floor. The Afro just slows it up though. Taylor Britt has it. Will look for the last shot of what's been an excellent second quarter for New Zealand. Britt looks to attack it, steps back with this long 2 is no good. Whistle on the floor. And New Zealand will go to the free throw line to end the half. They have consistently outworked Australia. Have just worked sooner, earlier, and harder, and have a chance now to go into the halftime break on the back of a 25-15 second quarter if they make the throws. Well, it won't be that right now. Davidson can't get the first to go. Shoots just around 60%. Makes the second. And that should do it. Davison steps out. And there it is, the end of a tremendous second quarter and a great first half. New Zealand have gone for 24 points in both quarters, have kept Australia to 15 in quarter 2 and lead it 48-42 at halftime. Well, there's the numbers. New Zealand have only shot 18% from the 3-point line, yet they have the 6-point lead. 62% from 2, have been to the free throw line 14 times against Australia's 4. But where they have built that lead is with their defensive effort. 6 steals for New Zealand in that first half, and that's pretty much the difference between the two teams. Rebound-wise, 23-15 on the glass. So it's all the effort parts of the game that New Zealand have outworked Australia. And if it hadn't been for the performance of Jalen Galloway, Galloway has 13 points personal in his 14 minutes, and those 13 points have been absolutely crucial. Both coaches have gone deep. All 12 players have seen floor time in that first half. Jalen Galloway, the only player in double digits. But Flynn Cameron has just, in particular in that second quarter, just ran the game. Cameron has 8 personal, also has 5 assists. in his 11 minutes of basketball. It feels like he's been out there for a lot longer. His impact has been that big. So Australia with a problem. They trail at the half. We'll take a break. Can New Zealand get a huge victory on the road? Join us shortly for the second half.
Let's get this party started. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown. Goes in for the dunk. Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good. Bogdanovich, who goes in and scores. Ah! This is what it's all about. It's all one big basketball family, folks. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me! Oh my! Rodney Hollis Jefferson. Just guarded by Book. His fans, he gets away from him. Look at that finish. Just enough English to put it up and in. So Peter Philbin in the house. Alexander Walker goes in for the rim rocker.
Again, no rim protection, no size. This is a small ball game.
Torrance kicks it, extra pass, Zegars. Oh, Latvia basketball.
You said it, Latvia basketball, Zegars. He was open for the three. What great ball movement and passing. Look at this.
Schroeder goes downhill, gets it to the corner. Franz Wagner gets in. A little bit of elevation. Bogdanovich, turnaround, quick shot, takes it. Bogdanovich, Troika. Well, coach, it may be Troika time. He's made the three-pointer. What a shot from Marco Cruz. He was literally out of bounds. Oh, Rosita, what are you doing? And the alley-oop! And Banchero this time does not lay it up. He scores right at the end of the third quarter buzzer. Between the legs, alley-oop pass.
Yes! I love it, Jeff. Yes!
I'm sure you can have something better. Oh, a good miss. The USA got it. Bridget from the corner. You have got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. A play for the ages at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Bridges does the unthinkable. Ties the game. 0.2 seconds left. I have never seen it.
Wow!
Well, that's symbolic of the shooting we've seen from Venezuela this first half. From the three-point line, 12 of 25 in the three-pointer. Leg bomb, nothing but net.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks the closeout, beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up.
Well, welcome back to Hobart at halftime here. The top scorer for New Zealand, and started the scoring and continued to score. The only thing that stopped him was the 2 fouls. 4 from 8 from the floor for Finn Delaney. And they protected him, ended the half with just those 2 fouls. And the Melbourne United player, who has had some brief spells in the NBA with Dallas, has been a thorn in the side of Australia in that first half. And only the foul trouble took him off the floor. Only played just short of 11 minutes in that first half for his 8 points. Going the other way, the one guy in the game on double digits. And it's a good job he is. Jalen Galloway with 13 points. Also picked up 2 assists. But Galloway, the 198 small forward from the Sydney Kings, can stroke it from deep. And has all sorts of ways to get to the ring. Just a great athlete. And as we said during commentary, will be on this Australian team for many years to come. Without his contribution, this could have been a much deeper hole that Australia faced at the half. Down 6. They were down 9. They did bring it back to a 1-point game, but New Zealand just re-established the lead going into the halftime locker room. They just outworked Australia, and that's not something that is said very often when the Boomers are out on the floor. New Zealand on the way back out in their unfamiliar white. The Tall Blacks have given themselves a shot here at a win on the road. 2009 was the last time they were victorious over Australia in a FIBA game.
Please welcome back your Australian winners.
And to be a fly on the wall in the Australian locker room, because, as I say, Australia getting outworked is not something that anyone says very often at all.
This is the biggest Boomer fan camp. I'm looking for the biggest fans in the house tonight. We've got some merch to give away. All right, we're going to take a look. Here we go.
Well, New Zealand, as we've said, I've normally played second fiddle to Australia in the Oceania Championships, but they've had their real highlights. 4th is their best position in the World Cup in 2002. Just had a tremendous run in that competition. And this Asia Cup development, so where New Zealand and Australia play in the Asia competition, has really helped New Zealand. It just gives them so many more competitive opportunities. Delaney has 8 points, Cameron with 5 assists. Menenga off the bench really has done a super job. 9 minutes of basketball, 4 rebounds, really has had an impact with 8 points as well. It's their work rate. On the glass, they're just faster, quicker, outworking Australia. And that has given them the opportunity to build this lead. I question whether or not they would have enough points. And I would still say they need to ensure that Australia are close to that 15-point return in the second quarter on their offensive end. Galloway with 13 has been absolutely superb. Going to need the leadership of Nick Kay in this second half to get the comeback. It's obviously only a 6-point game, but it's the nature of the 6 points that will give New Zealand confidence that they could get the win here. And that would be a huge step. Don't forget, in the World Cup qualifiers, these results in these first round matches are taken forward into the second round. So Australia and New Zealand, if they qualify, would go into a group, and a win for New Zealand over Australia is going to give them a huge advantage in that second round group. Australia obviously have different options roster-wise, so any win is precious over Australia when it comes to final classification and getting one of those spots in the 2027 World Cup in Qatar. Well, to coin the phrase, Australia have to step it up in this second half, both in their execution and their just literally their effort. Well, that group of 7 is going to be as important as the 5 out on the floor, because their impact in that first half was huge. Well, there's the World Cup Qualifiers app. Download that code if you want any information about what's happening in the World Cup Qualifiers here in Asia, in Europe, in Africa, and in the Americas. Get it from your normal source. You'll see the QR code at times during the second half. Keanu Pinder has got to get active here, the Perth Wildcat. And now with Akita in Japan, has really got to get on the glass. Really got to become a factor. Wasn't really an issue for New Zealand in that first half. The 3 is good. That's the way to come out. And Glover just stroked the deep 3. Taylor Britt, who looks comfortable out here. Britt's going to get it back. 10 on the possession. Finds a little hole on the elbow. Steps back for the tough 2. Good series defensively by Australia. Hickley. Davo Hickley trying to post up, inside out. Glover, having made the 1 free, doesn't pull the trigger, goes inside. Pinder. Doesn't step through on the second move, gets the whistle though. And Wetzel picks up the personal. Wetzel picks up his first personal. Pinder with a nice stroke from the free throw line. much traveled in the 30-year-old. Spent some time in Europe, Poland, Spain, also some time in China. So he's got the air miles. Britt will advance the ball, slightly slower tempo, and to an extent, less pressure up the floor. Tough play. Pinder thinks he's really been a bit hard done by on that one. But Fran Delaney just took the contact. Important that they tick it over. It's a 5-0 start at the start of this third quarter for Australia. Closed it to within 1. They've been here before. Delaney a chance to tick the scoreboard over. Two for two for Delaney. He goes to 10 personal. Glover gets into that little elbow hole. Nice, strong touch for Kay. Just think Nick Kay's got to see a little bit of the basketball in the second half. Great find. King throws up the three, doesn't hit anything. Chance to run the other way. Australia have a chance to regain the lead. Glover with the three in transition, count it. And the green tide is a-coming. New Zealand to stay with the confidence they had in that first half. They're going to call the travel on it. Delaney was just unsure about what his options were. And Australia have just stepped off, marginally stepped off defensively, so they're not giving New Zealand something to attack. They're just being able to contain them, and so far it's been very effective. Pinder has it knocked away. Hickley has it. Davo moves it on. The three is good. And Angus Glover has come to play in quarter three. Southeast Melbourne are loving what they see right now. Delaney needs a pass, finds a pass. And again, it's just this Australian defense has gone containment. Not so much pressure. Finlay with the three is long. Defensive rebound is owned by Davo Hickley. Just lays it in. They missed the blow, the 2-footer. And you don't need to give this New Zealand roster a sniff. That's going to be offensive, and it's all about Angus Glover right now. And the Tall Blacks will make rotations. And what was a 6-point lead for New Zealand at the half is now a 5-point advantage. That's an 11-point turnaround. A 13-2 start. Well, it's always a game of runs. You always have those periods where you dry up or you get some momentum. It's Australia's turn right now to have that momentum. Super first 3 minutes to the third quarter. New Zealand don't take the time out. They're going to work it out on the floor. It's too easy. And there is that timeout. Nick Kay gets 2 more points off the Glover assist, and Glover has just been outstanding in this quarter. Has 11 personal, 3 assists, and has just taken over.
That guard's got to jam up a little bit earlier. I'll take that under and then get on the outside. Listen, who's sitting that screen? Who's defending that screen? You, Bob. They're hitting our guy, you hit their guy. All right? And then you can get back. And then we sit down here on the nail. Right? They're attacking off this side, right? If it goes here, we don't get hurt. We don't get hurt. Come on now. Offensively, a little bit more composure right now. Okay, a little bit more composure. We go 4 up the screw. 4 up. We're good. So you start this side. Yeah. We're good. Yeah. We're good. Here. Bang. Boom. Play off this one. Here we go. 4 up. Okay.
Well, just make that adjustment at the defensive end. But as he said, it's not about so much what they're running, they've just got to run it with more composure. I do think that the adjustments they've made defensively at the half, Australia, have been so effective. Say it like this, there's pressure without being pressure. There's containment without giving New Zealand an opportunity to attack the defense. Cameron wraps it. King attacks it down the lane for two. Tough shot, challenged. Cameron with the three is good. And why wouldn't you bring him back? Why wouldn't you give him his head? He knocks down the three and they needed that. Australia in the half court. Hickley will take the ball screen, has it knocked away and turns it over. It may only be day one of the qualifiers, but the pressure and the prize is going to be what everybody's aiming at. King moves it on. 4 seconds on the possession. Great pass. Oh, what a block. Pinder from the weak side came over and blocked, but he's going to be called for the foul. Or someone is going to be called for the foul. Not sure who they're going to call for it. They're going to call it for Pinder. But Cameron comes back into the game, knocks the three down, makes the pass to the inside. Again, the phrase of players being ballers is, again, much overused, but Flynn Cameron is a baller. Just loves and knows how to play this game. Meninga on the free throw line. One for two again from the line. Hickley just has a look at his options on that pick. They lift off the pin down screen and roll. Rotation solves the problem. The three is short. Comes down with a defensive rebound. Again, the pass to the inside. Meninga and one. First trailer got to the circle. Beautiful find, just a really tough finish. King with the feed, Meninga with the finish will go to the free throw line for the extra. More rotations coming in off the tall black bench. Wetzel will sit. Harrison checks in, Murray checks in, and Leafa sits down. We got a new ball game. 5:20 to remains in the third. We're locked at 57. Hickley turns down the down screen and they get it on the curl. Tough finish. Well, that's a worry. Do not want to see Jalen Galloway hobbling away. I don't think he rolled the ankle. It just seemed to land a little strangely. First 2 points of the second half. He hasn't had to score because Angus Glover has just been hot. Cameron moves it on. Off the glass for two is good. And Meninga becoming a huge factor in the game. Meninga goes to 14 personal. Hickley gets to the foul line. Little floater for two. In two minds. Was looking to pass all the way through the penetration. Menenga thinks about it, moves it on. Cameron out top, turns down the screen, looks to attack it, gets it on the way back. Feet set for three, count it. At the moment, he's on a different level. Hickley, got to be a threat himself. The open three, K for it is no good. Defensive rebound. And Menenga is a stat magnet at the moment. He'll now bring it. Cameron wraps it on the pick and pop. Menenga looks underneath. Cameron wants it back, gets it. New Zealand have answered that Australia run with a 12-2 run of themselves. Cameron misses the long three, foul on the play. It'll be the third team foul for New Zealand in this third quarter. Well, here's a number for you. Certain symmetry to the difference as well. New Zealand have 41 bench points. Now, Menenga and Cameron have 28 of those. Let's not get too carried away. But 41 bench points against Australia's 14. Points in the paint, 32 for New Zealand. It's just numbers that you wouldn't expect. Jaden Galloway maybe is feeling the ankle a little bit. Comes up way short. 13-2 was the start of this quarter. It's only 17-14. Big turnaround. Cameron recovers. 10 on the possession. Takes the ball screen. Looks to turn the corner. Gets to the elbow. In the lane. Upstairs for the pretty little pass. And Menenga gets the two. Well, certainly a game of runs. Extra pass in the corner for three is good. Jack White with his feet set. Needed those. Cameron moves it on. Menenga thinks about it, puts it on the floor, goes inside. And just runs through people. Cameron will sit. Cameron has a plus 12 in terms of impact and a rating of 21 already. Air moves it on. Galloway goes back to him. Air puts it on the floor. He's going to have to put something up. Puts up the tough runner. Doesn't get it to drop. Great work on the glass. Jack White comes up with the hard work play. The three is no good. They keep it alive again. Open, they cannot get it to drop, and that'll hit the backside of the ring. And Alexander Dukas, the latest of three Australians not to be able to complete after just super work on the glass. I do think that Galloway's maybe feeling that leg problem he had after he made the driving layup. New Zealand with a 2-point advantage, 1:57 remaining in three. And that's going to be Air's foul. And Taylor Britt will pick himself up off the floor, dust himself down. Harrison going baseline is fouled. They're going to wipe it off, so it's on the floor, but Australia are in the penalty, so he'll go to the free throw line. Ball 2m14 of Harrison goes to the free throw line. Shoots around 66-67% from the stripe. Every big man has to make their free throws, otherwise you spend your whole career there. Makes the first. If you don't make free throws, you will just get fouled for fun. Harrison makes the first. And goes 2 for 2 from the line. And a turnover on the inbound pressure. Taylor Britt gets in the passing lane. Angus Glover couldn't handle the pass. Harrison is the release out of bounds. We'll move it on. Oh, Davison turns it over. Glover has it, moves it on. Again, this ball, when they move it, it's a joy to watch. Glover. Again, a great job defensively, though. New Zealand just contain it. Jack White penetrates, going baseline, spins to the middle with a tough one for 2. And Jack White Britt with the tough 2, doesn't get it to go. Super work on the glass, but Australia hunted down. Glover passes it up, air for 3 from the corner, doesn't get it to go. That is a super effort on the glass. Bannon's going to get charged with a foul. Meninga had no right, actually, got out positioned on the glass and just used that length that he has to get himself back in the play. Came down with the defensive rebound. Meninga leads all scorers with 16, will walk the floor for another trip to the free throw line. Alpha checks in. Davison checks out. Meninga makes the first. Got a feel of uneasiness in the crowd right now. I think they thought that normal service had been restored at with the start to the third quarter, but this tall black team is a tough nut to crack right now. They lead by 3 as Meninga goes 1 for 2 again from the free throw line. Davo Hickley out top, takes the ball screen, looks to explore his options, finds himself inside. Bannon can't handle that pass. And Hickley's got to shoot the basketball. Can't just penetrate, looking to pass. Everybody played the pass on that penetration. Taylor Britt looks to turn the corner, gets to the foul line. Little hesitation, little scoop, doesn't get it to go. Meninga again with the rebound, goes through the traffic, is blocked. Glover, super pass, Hickley to the ring, can't make the layup, whistle on the play, he'll go to the free throw line. Davo Hickley. Majority of his career with the Hawks. 70% from the free throw line across that career. Makes the first. New Zealand have 3 seconds to try and get something at the end of this quarter. You've got to box out first. Two for 2 from the line. Gonna have to go here. Menenga gets it away, doesn't get it to drop. We've reached the end of 3, and New Zealand have recovered from that great start by Australia in the third quarter. They still lead at 67 to 66 at the end of the third quarter. Numbers-wise, it's all getting very close. Australia take a much better care of the basketball in that quarter, and that's one of the reasons that they've got right back in it. But this guy, Angus Glover, came out from the third quarter as though he had been inspired in the locker room. Back-to-back threes. Just felt it and stayed with it. He went to 12 personal. But then it was all getting a little bit difficult for New Zealand, and Flint Cameron came back in the game, and all of a sudden normal service looked like it was restored. And now what we've got, and that still worries me, that Jalen Galloway came away feeling that calf. Didn't look the same player after that, but Cameron really steadied the ship. And now both teams set up nicely. 1-point game, 10 minutes to go. First step on the road to Qatar. Who's gonna get the W to make a super start and really get themselves moving? The Courtside 1891 app. There's the QR code again. Download it. All the live action, all the highlights, all the scores, everything you ever want to know about FIBA International Basketball is there. Download it, normal source. Start of the fourth. Britt has it, looks to turn the corner, moves it on, gets it back. Milner takes a tumble, wide open. Far for three, just buries it. Afro just stroked it for three. Super start for the Tall Blacks. Glover, Hickley, Galloway, White and Kay on the floor for Australia. Hickley's played extended minutes in that second half, in that third quarter. Baseline is open, and the calf looks okay as Galloway gets the little throwdown. Feet set for the three is no good. A little bit of one and done, really. No one on the glass. Well, the Australian rotation got very short in that third quarter. Glover tries to recover. Great work by Hickley. White is fouled down the lane. He'll go to the free throw line. The Australians want an unsportsmanlike foul. Not entirely sure that's not a play on the ball. There's the first tumble as Kay goes down. And here's White down the lane. It's a hard foul, definitely. And Taylor Britt hobbles himself out the game. Problem for right now, definitely. It's going to go straight to the locker room. Needs something to happen on that ankle. Well, if you wanted someone coming off the bench, you'd want someone coming in that currently has 14 points, 6 assists on 15 minutes of basketball. Flynn Cameron will check it in. Chance for Jack White to tie the game. They have called it unsportsmanlike. So 2 shots for White and possession. So we got a new ball game. 8:42 remains. 14-second reset. And we're tied at 70. And Angus Glover will inbound the basketball. Hickley will hand it off. Glover with his feet set, just strokes it. The string music is sweet for Angus Glover in this second half. 15 personal. Great pass down the lane. Smith-Milner tries to manufacture a shot. Glover again, open on the trowel. Can't get it to go. Defensive rebound is pulled in. Wide open in the corner. 4-3 is no good. Smith-Milner's all over the glass, but can't contain it. White doesn't like his options, just will recycle to Hickley. Glover again. No short closeouts on Angus Glover at the moment. Davo Hickley moves it on. Kay puts up the 3. Crashes the front of the ring. And Flynn Cameron will advance the basketball. Down 3 with the ball, New Zealand. They move it on again, attack the closeout, out of bounds on the sideline. And King, one of the most frustrating things for coaches when players step on the sideline. No one's moved that sideline, it's always been there. Chance for Australia to build on this 7-3 start to the 4th. Kay will get it back to Hickley. Glover off the down screen, doesn't get it to drop. Good call to go back to him though. Cameron, beautiful pass. Blocked on the way up. Great, great contest. And they're gonna go jump ball. Pinder looks a little bit disapprovingly at the official. But the floor wipers are quick. They're straight in to dry the floor. Watch this. Yeah, King was clean on it. They want the travel. And to an extent, they may have a case, but Pinder will be the release. Tries to handle, will hand it off. Hickley looks inside. Great rotation. That is how to read the play. The afro. In the corner, Cameron off balance, doesn't get the 3 to drop, and that will be a New Zealand basketball. Yanni Wetzel doing the work on the glass. Wetzel's second move is blocked. Goes back to him, it's blocked again. Cameron for the 3 is way off. Another rebound, great finish. Yanni Wetzel, having been blocked twice, said, I'm not having that again, and throws it down hard. And again, New Zealand just outworking Australia. Well, pretty much capacity here in Hobart. Over 4,000 people in the gym. 4,000, nearly 4,200 people packed in here. I think they're going to check the shot clock here. So there's 8 on the clock now. But that hit the ring, should be a 14-second reset, which it was. That didn't. I don't see a problem. But the referees are looking at it right now. They're not mic'd up, so you're going to have to, unfortunately, deal with my interpretation. But we will find out soon. There's the block again. I'm not sure if there was a reset before that. I don't think that's the issue. The end of the shot clock is not the problem. Earlier in the prop clock, there may have been, there's a challenge. That's, and as you can see, no one's mic'd up official-wise, so. I think you're gonna have to wind back a little earlier to see if there was a problem. So 8 seconds on the clock, blocked. Did that hit the ring? They reset the clock then, but then the ball went up and he went it straight back up. Even if they didn't reset it, I think they actually would have got the shot away in time. Shame we don't have, well, let's see the whole clock here. Go inside. No block, no reset. Oh, there was a reset. No, there wasn't. No reset. They reset it on the second one, but I still don't think there's an issue. It's an Australia challenge. They're going to wipe it off. I'm not sure. Not having the officials mic'd up is a bit of a disadvantage. So it looks like that the challenge is unsuccessful. And it looks like the score is 73-72. So I think we're okay. Galloway decides not to go to the ring, backs it out. Hickley has it. 1 point game, 6 to go. Don't you just love World Cup qualifiers? Everything, meaning in every game. K for the 3 is no good. Numbers down the floor here, super pass, King goes up, gets challenged by Kay. Did a great job at tracking. Galloway moves it on. Great cut. That's a cut. Super read. People talk about all sorts of things, but you've got to play this game in your head. It's a super read by Galloway. Just set it up. It's tight. It's great timing on the pass. We got an offensive foul called as well. So New Zealand will take the timeout. 5:26 remain. Australia have a 9-5 advantage on the quarter, lead by 3. Crowd into this right now. It's just going right back to the third quarter timeout that New Zealand took. Coach Flavel really emphasizing the need to have composure. If the shot's not there, don't force it. So if you can't make it over Nick Kay, don't take it there. Just wait for a shot you want, and they've been so good at that. The worry for New Zealand is their points production on the way. The direction of travel is downward. Australia, after that poor second quarter, have really picked it up. Well, here's the stat we were talking about. The bench production for New Zealand has been exceptional. Only 20 points off the Australian bench, and now the minutes are beginning to mount up a little bit if you're an Australian starter. 4 guys already well into the 20s. Glover looks like he's heading for a 30-minute game. As does Jalen Galloway. Already played 27 minutes with 5 minutes still remaining. Can't see Galloway sitting down at the moment. Pinder out top, puts it on the floor, tries to get to the middle, and kick. Hickley for the 3 is no good. Defensive rebound, Wetzel comes down with it. Cameron, where he wants to be with the basketball. Great pass. Oh, what a block. Pinder is just owning the ring. Challenges anything that moves inside the keyway. Great pass, inside out. I think about and take the 3. It's short. Defensive rebound is collected by Flynn Cameron. Laffer and Cameron combined in the backcourt. Meninga. The 3 is good. Tane Murray didn't think. Caught it, released it, and ties the game at 75. 4:20 remains. Davo Hickley opens up for him. Lane there, goes inside. Pinder can't handle it, and Hickley simply has to score. Lane open for Davo Hickley. Looked to try and create the pass. Not sure the lane was there. You can see the drive lane is there. Harrison checks in, Wetzel steps out for New Zealand. Cameron handles, gets into the lane, and will retain possession of the basketball with 12 seconds on the possession. Only 2 fouls called in the first 6 minutes of this 4th quarter, both on New Zealand. Murray thought about the 3, moves it on. There goes Meninga down the lane, little floater, doesn't get it to go. Meninga gets his own rebound, tries to recover it, can't. And Australia's ring protection in this 4th quarter has been exceptional. Gets tied up, moves it on. Glover fills the double team. Mid-range 2 is no good. Oh, Pinder has been absolutely phenomenal in this 4th quarter. And foul's going to be called. Tyrrell Harrison trying to create here in the block. There's the reach, and again, Nick Kay picks up the personal. Harrison's the release, moves it on. Meninga. Cameron has it, 5 on the possession. They're going to... Not sure about the call, just have... Gets a 3-second call. I do wish officials would call the 3-second call a little more. But then when they call the first one at this stage of the game, he must have been in there forever. And having said we haven't had foul called, then we get another whistle. That'll be the 3rd team foul for New Zealand. 2:52 to go. Australia with the 2-point advantage. Ben Air will inbound the basketball. Jenny Galloway, I think, has got just a cut that he needs covering. It's not the time you need Jalen Galloway to step out of the game. Jack White checks in. Air outside the 3-point line, moves it on. Glover will take the ball screen. Pinder will roll. Glover, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Pinder looks a little confused by it, but I think the official's right on it. Cameron has it. Don't forget, Taylor Britt had to leave the game hurt. Cameron's been out there ever since. Meninga thinks about the handoff, has to go back. Murray drops it inside. Meninga trying to go to work. Goes through the contact, gets to the middle with a jump hook, gets his own rebound, goes up through traffic, is fouled, and will have to earn them from the free throw line.
That's a big foul. For Australia.
Pinder fouls out. That's a big loss. In these moments right now, he's been absolutely huge on the glass and protecting the ring. Meninga will go to the free throw line. 70% free throw shooter. Makes the first. Delaney could still come back in. He has the 4 fouls. Meninga makes the first. Chance to tie the game. Can't get it to go. 1 point game, just over 2 to go. Hickley has it. Why you play the game? Moments like this. Hickley. Little hesitation, kicks it out of bounds, but it will stay with him. Let's take a look. Yeah, dragged out of bounds by Murray. 9 seconds on the possession. Glover is long. Hickley position for the offensive rebound, can't get it. Great recovery. Jack White with the comeback. Glover finds his way to the ring. Hang time for 2. If you outwork your opponent, great things happen, and that's all Australia did right then. Cameron moves it on, hits the second side. Cameron gets inside, needs a pass, finds a pass. The 3 is no good. That's a box out. That's a super job by Nick Kay. Hickley with a chance to make this a 2-possession game with 1:30 remaining. Galloway gets it to Hickley. They'll offer Hickley the option. White, 3 on the clock, deep, 3 is no good, and it thought about dropping. Galloway couldn't get it to go. Cameron moves it off. They've just got to execute right now. Both teams make the right decision. Cameron is fouled and will have to earn them from the free throw line. Both teams, 3 team fouls. In fact, that's the 4th team foul for Australia, puts them in the penalty. Flynn Cameron on the free throw line. Well, he's had a quiet time since he came back into the game. Still has the full team points and only 6 assists. But he's still perfect from the line. Chance to make this a 1-point game. 15 points. Make that 16, nothing but string on the free throw. And Australia will take the timeout. They lead this 79-78, 57.8 seconds remaining. I'm assuming they'll take it full court so they can use the full 24. And without Pinder in the game, Coach Vickerman has got to be aware that New Zealand will look to attack it, look to be the aggressor coming the other way. Where does he go? Does he create for Galloway? Does he create for Glover? 36 points between the two of them. This is only game day 1 of the 2027 World Cup qualifiers. You've got 6 more windows, or 5 more windows of this. We're halfway through the first one. Can't believe Nick Kay will not be involved in whatever coach draws up here. Nick Kay and Glover on the same side, or Jalen Galloway on the same side. They won't be able to help off either of those. And Jalen Galloway still looks like he's struggling. Toughen it up. Toughen it up for the country. Love this game with audiences like this, enjoying games like this. 79-78. Australia will go the full court and take the full 24. Davo Hickley will get Australia into what Coach Vickerman has just drawn up. Are they going to call the blocking foul on Harrison? That'll be the full foul for him, for the team. And Australia ran some Spain action, and New Zealand just dealt with it. Delaney and Malinga have 3 for New Zealand and 4 respectively. Hickley will bring it in. 46 seconds to play out. Hickley has it. Same play. Almost, again, Kay just about recovers it. Hickley's going to have to put up the 3. Count it! Davo Hickley knocks down the 3. Makes it a 2-possession game. Timeout New Zealand. And at times, whatever you draw up is not the answer. Players make decisions, players make plays. And Hickley just did this. Davo Hickley with the 3. Crying out for him to take more responsibility to tick the score over. And he just knocks down the 3 that makes this a 4-point game with 35 seconds on the clock. 34 seconds on the clock. I'm guessing New Zealand will advance the basketball with full team to go. Well, there's a stat that has all sorts of implications. More 3s, but less points. And it's, you know, the impact of Keanu Pinder in this 4th quarter in particular is huge in that number. His ability to protect the ring has just been exceptional. While New Zealand, it's a 2-possession game. The clock is not their friend right now, but there's plenty of time. White and Kate on the inside for Australia. Cameron sweeps to the baseline, goes inside, is blocked. White comes up with a block, gets out on the break, is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. New Zealand question the no call. Well, they're bound to question the no call, regardless of whether they think it's a no call or not. It's going to look, wow. But White gets out, gets fouled, will go to the free throw line. If he makes both, it's still a 2-possession game. Oh. First one, ball looked a little heavy. It's still a 2-possession game, make or miss. Jack White on the free throw line. Makes the second. And New Zealand will take the timeout. They're down 5 now. The equation's still the same. They need a quick one. The difference now is Australia, if they don't get the, if New Zealand don't get the steal, if they make the shot, New Zealand will have to foul because Australia will try and run the timeout. Still all to play for. What a game. Australia is 64%, 7 blocks. Now Pinder leads that number. It's 7 blocks. It's just having a massive impact on the game. Oh, they've got Nick Kay down for 3 of those blocks. They only have Pinder down for 1, but he changed a lot of shots. So Nick Kay, the veteran, 31 minutes today for his 8 points and his 8 rebounds and his 3 blocks. And the 3 blocks are probably the biggest number in that stat line. Cameron will inbound the basketball. Manenga has it knocked away. Well, they had to foul, and they took 6 seconds to do so. So a block shot and a turnover coming out of the timeouts is not the way to produce. Australia are close to getting out of jail here a little. Quickly misses the first, still there. It will still be now just a 2-possession game. Make or miss, it will still be a 2-possession game here. While there's hope, you've got to go for it. You've got to believe. Goes 0 for 2. It's a 5-point game. They need a quick one, and they've almost turned it over again. Glover gets a piece of it. Cameron has it. Gonna have to go quick. Mishandles, goes to the inside out. They get the 3. Smith-Milner can't get it to go. That's gonna be a foul on the glass. That's a huge play by Manenga. Smith-Milner can't be the best option from the 3-point line, you'd have thought. Shoots 17% from the 3-point line. Had to let it go, obviously. Manenga makes the first. Has to make the second to make it a single possession game. And then they've got to steal or foul. Way short on the second one. And Australia have managed it. They've managed to dig themselves out of a hole. I'm already looking forward to Monday when these two teams will face each other in New Zealand. Hickley's 3 was the dagger that drained the life out of New Zealand. The referees are checking something, not quite sure what. Well, I can only assume they're checking whether Australia stepped out of bounds, but otherwise I didn't see anything that would obviously if there's any suggestion that they stepped out of bounds. Well, they're showing this, so no. Or are they going to check the time? It may just be the time that's left on the clock. And it's not just about the result here, obviously. Points difference could be really important. If New Zealand go and win at home, difference between winning 3 and 4 points could be really important. But they are checking the game clock. That's what they're checking right now. Looked like about 0.5 of a second to me, but only got a glimpse. There's only 3 people in the gym who know exactly what's going on right now. But they're going to reset the game clock, I believe. Just explaining to everybody. What's not going to change is that Hickley goes to the free throw line, and this is important. Points difference in group play, especially in the second, when it gets to the second round, could be absolutely vital. Makes the first. Devo Hickley. "12 points personal, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's made a contribution across every single stat line. And Australia have had to dig deep. They've had to dig very deep, but they found a way to win. And they get over the line, 84-79 over a very, very good New Zealand lineup. Bodes well for Monday. Put your alarms on, wherever you are in the world, the chance to watch these two play again. Australia 84, New Zealand 79. Lots of heroes for Australia, Galloway and Glover in particular, but Hickley come the end of the game. When someone needed to, they ran the play, didn't get anything from it, and he just had to be a player. He had to step up, he had to make the shot, and he did. And moments like that are why you play the game. Tremendous performance by Hickley, tremendous performance by Australia to get the win over a very high-performing New Zealand lineup. Gonna get a chance to look at the best plays in that fourth quarter. Great crowd, sold out here. 4,200 people came to the arena here in Hobart, Tasmania. The crowd, it's a tough ticket to get when the Boomers are in town. There's the numbers. 29 free throws for New Zealand. That's a really positive thing. Great job on the glass by them, 49-36 for Australia. Both teams took great care of the basketball considering the pressure of the moment. Galloway was exceptional the whole game. Glover's second half was tremendous, and Hickley in the fourth quarter, when the game mattered, he came and delivered. So going to get a chance in a moment to look at the best plays of the fourth quarter. And everybody had their moments. The Afro with the three. But Glover in the second half was just exceptional. I mean, Glover went 4 for 12 on the game from the three-point line. But he literally went 3 for 5, 3 for 6 in the second half. And whatever New Zealand did, however they responded, ultimately, Australia found an answer. Pinder, foul trouble most of the game, was just exceptional in the fourth quarter, on the glass at the offensive end and challenging shots on the defensive side of the floor. So Glover And this was the three. Nothing came out of the play at all. They ran into some Spain action and nothing happened, and Hickley just had to make the tough one, and that's what it means. Well, that's a super job by Australia. They get the win. They take the first step towards qualification. So Australia and the Philippines get the first wins. More action on Monday. We'll definitely see you for that. 87-46, the Philippines got the win. 84-79, New Zealand. For now, from Hobart, here in Tasmania, it's been a great one. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.